Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. Taste Challenge. Here we are at 5:33 a.m. Central Daylight Time, April 23rd, 2020, the year of COVIDiocy. All right, well, what has changed about Dawn Busters due to COVID pandemic idiocy? The great fear, the great world fear. I'm here to cast fear upon your psyche. Actually, nothing's changed with Dawn Busters because I was doing it before and I would rant and rave about various things. And I'm just ranting and raving about, the topic at hand, the topic of the day, of the year. I try not to go too far with all that, but I do. All right. Okay, so this is JW, Johnnie Walker, John Walker and Sons. Received a royal warrant in the 1930s to be an official liquor purveyor to the Royal House of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Johnnie Walker Blue Label. JWNS Sons. There's the tag with the bottle number FF7 space 23383. John Walker and Sons Limited, Scotland. In the Commonwealth countries, British Commonwealth, they'll say limited instead of incorporated. In the United States, they say incorporated. Same thing. Limited liability company. Blue glass has that thick foil cap with the string, the braided string, and the medallion, the metal medallion. All right. Introduced in the late 20th century. Some people are saying 1992. If you look on the Johnnie Walker website, beautiful website, they just say in the late 20th century. So, whenever that is. Okay. Here is the beautifully embossed Buchanan's Deluxe with the wax seal on the side, but it's actually glued. It's plastic glued to the bottle, but it's supposed to look like a wax seal when they used to have the paper around it and all of that before 1983, when they used to have the sales tax tag, the excise tax tag on it. It's got this weird pourer cap because this is very popular in Latin America, and apparently in Latin America there's a tradition of pouring out the good stuff and substituting it with cheap whiskey. So you can pour out, but you can't pour in. Okay, you can't pour liquor into this. It won't receive liquid. So age 12 years. The Deluxe blend is crafted to the highest quality for a vibrant character imbued with passion and commitment, and guaranteed by James Buchanan. Don't know how he could guarantee it since he's not alive anymore, but anyway, Diageo, I guess, 40 proof. I thought, okay, now here's the back. Look at that crest embossed into the glass, the green glass. All right. This is the cheap James Buchanan. This one's only $35. You say only? Yeah, $35.99, $34.99 at Walmart. Okay. Now, looking on the website, it's saying originally called Buchanan's Finest Liquor. So the original name is Buchanan's Finest Liquor. This whiskey received the first label James Buchanan ever put his name onto. And they're not showing a Glencairn glass. It's showing a different type of what you call a rocks glass, I guess. It has a soft and fresh profile that separates it from other more dense whiskey profiles. It has orange and chocolate notes. They're showing chunks of chocolate and orange. Perfect to be served on the rocks or with soda, garnished with a strip of orange peel. So they are not recommending drinking it neat, but I'm going to anyway. Let me see real fast. Now, the other ones they have is Buchanan's Master. Won a double gold 6 years ago. A blend of malts, at least one from every region of Scotland, handpicked by Keith Law, the master blender. So I don't know how old it is. Doesn't have an age statement. I'd like to try the Buchanan's Master. Walmart has it for about $89. Now there's James Buchanan's Special Reserve 18-year age. Now there's an age statement. So we got an age statement 12, then a non-age statement, and then an 18. Well, if the mid range is $90, what do you think the 18 is? Is an icon of excellence among Scotch connoisseurs. I want to see the story real fast. I thought this had a royal warrant. Yeah. In 1901, first year of the 20th century, Buchanan became supplier of the British royalty with the royal household. That was the name of the whiskey. A whiskey especially created for them. It was a brand for the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, so-called House of Windsor today, but that's just a made-up name. The real name is Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. And in 1907, he was asked to become the official supplier for the Emperor of Japan and the Royal Court of Spain, the Bourbons. And blah, blah, blah. Okay. James Buchanan was awarded with many honors. For instance, an honorary doctorate in law from the University of Edinburgh and the Grand Cross of the Order of the British Empire in 1931. And he died at 85 years old in 1935. Now, this is a badly written sentence. They need to hire me. I'll do a better job. Listen to this sentence. This is on their official website. James Buchanan passed away at the age of 85 in 1935 when he was 85. Oh, man. He died at age 85 when he was 85. They probably got that from the Office of Redundancy office. Johnnie Walker Blue Label is an unrivaled masterpiece and Scotland's rarest and most exceptional whiskeys. Only one in every 10,000 casks has the elusive quality, character, and flavor to deliver the remarkable signature taste. An extraordinary whiskey for extraordinary occasions. Okay, well, $34.99 versus $220 plus or more, over $220. You say, what's the winner? I would say, without even tasting it, the one that's $34.99 is the winner, right? I mean, how can you say you're winning when you're paying $229 for a bottle, you know? So remove the foil. I just bought it. I mean, heck. I figured once in a while wouldn't hurt. People buy all kind of frivolous things and then put them in their closet and never use them. I'm definitely going to utilize the entire bottle by virtue of drinking it down, and I'm not saving the bottle. It's going right in the trash. So we don't have recycling here. So if you want this bottle, you can have it. All right. Here comes the cork, real cork with the thing. All right. Pouring it. I just drip some down the side. That's probably like $1. $1 worth of drip. The fumes are probably, you know, every time you take a whiff of the fumes, it's probably 25 cents, 30 cents. Oh, I poured too much. I keep pouring too much. That stuff's expensive, and what am I doing? Pouring too much. Don't worry so much. Okay, here's the Buchanan's. Let me rinse this whiskey off my hands. Rinse this money off my hands. All right. This is a challenge. It doesn't like to come out. Look. Come on. So you overpour the Walker, and you can't even pour because of fraud in certain areas of the world. Well, you little sugar bug. Now it wants to flow. Here comes the Kansas City Southern Railroad eastbound, right on time. Put that foil right back on there. That foil is so thick, but it will tear eventually. I mean, it will, keep bending it back and forth. It'll start breaking down. I don't care. All right. It's just a fancy pants decoration. All right. I poured too much Johnnie Walker. I'm gonna have to pour a little more Buchanan's. Now this thing's got nice alcohol legs. They're both gold, Some of these scotches will be gold with like a little green tint to them almost. Okay, so there you go. And Johnnie Walker has nice, stately alcohol legs, aristocratic legs. Doesn't have legs like a commoner. It has alcohol legs like an aristocrat. Okay. You go back on there. There we go. There we go. Now, I'm going to mix them up. I got Chivas Regal to put up against Johnnie Walker Blue Label. 12-year age. Chivas Regal, 12-year age. I think Chivas Regal is going to get massacred from the Chivas brothers. The Chivas brothers company. They also make 100 Pipers, 3-year aged, and the 12-year age, which I can't get. Gaspar Gomez, Echevarria, and the Chivas brothers. What are they going to say when we start trying to move 20 key? All right, now here we go. Whoa, that's a lot of grain. That thing is pungent. Knocks you back. Takes your, it's like Queen, it takes my breath away. But don't stop me now. It's gonna be a good time. All right. We're gonna have a good time. We're having a ball. Tonight, it's gonna be dawn breaking soon. And I'm gonna try to tell the whiskey's a apart from one another. All right. This one smells nice, but it's not like, I don't know what it's not like. It's not that different from some other kind of intense Scotch whiskey. So what is it? Is it Johnnie Walker? Is it Buchanan's? Is it Live or is it Memorex? I'm not sure. There's a little smoke, you know, there's smoke and peat and just pungent. That's the main thing. It's like physically present in your nose. When you breathe, it almost like hurts your sinuses. It's like punching you in the nose. Let's go over to this one. I really don't know which is which. I don't cheat on these things. The day I start cheating on these things, it's the day I'm going crazy. Man's going crazy. Wrong. If you could have heard the man just 2 days ago, if you could have heard the man. All right, but so I don't cheat on these things. If I lose, well, too bad for me. It's live, and that's the risk I take. Oh, this is much more mellow. This is much thinner in the nose. Thinner in the nose. It's like a thin aroma. It's not a bad aroma. It's not an off-putting aroma. It's a very Scotch aroma, though. People that have never tried Scotch, it'll blow their mind, you know. Like when I kept hearing about Scotch, people say, you ought to try Scotch. I said, I don't know what to think of it. And then most people would tell me, oh, you won't like it. It's too gamey. It's too peaty. It's too smoky. And I was thinking to myself, seems like something I would like, you know, really. And I tried it in 2015. I was at my daughter's house, and I liked it. It was strange, though. I thought that the glasses were infused with some aroma, though. I asked her, I said, did you keep these glasses in some old cabinet? Because I couldn't figure out that smell. I thought it smelled like some old wood from an old cabinet, 90-year-old cabinet. But it was the drink. It was the whiskey. I was so thrown off by it. And then I got used to it. It still has that. I don't know. You can't describe it. You have to try Scotch. Peat. The peatiness, you know, like compost, like a composted garden thing. You say you mean like rotted vegetable matter? Is this what it's supposed to? It does, actually. The peat, that's what that is. And they burn it. They can burn it. They dry it out. Of course, they dry it. It's wet, you know, but they let it dry out and it just gets totally dry. Like, I'm shocked that the garbage man is here so early. The garbage men. I was going to put some out. I mean, my cane can wait another week, but we get it every 2 weeks, but they'll wait. But I thought around 6:15 they'd be here. Shocking. 5:52 a.m. This is a case where they're too efficient. They're too efficient. See, they don't get paid by the hour, I don't think. I mean, they get paid by the job, you know what I mean? So they're going fast. They go as fast as possible. And then when they're done for the day, they done their route, it's over. They can go home. So they're just rushing along. They got their system down pat. Like, you do this, I do that, you do that. They're just zipping. Okay. They are not wasting time. When they're strong, too, those guys can lift up a huge can, could weigh hundreds of pounds, and they just dump it in there. They used to have this, their whole concept of these garbage trucks was that they had this arm that would come out and lift up the can and pour it itself, like an automated garbage truck with only one driver, no helpers. That was a total failure. Whatever company lied to the parish government really put a number on them, because the thing never worked. The arm couldn't even lift it up. It would always break and leak oil, and the hydraulics would go out. So they gave up on that after about 6 months. It must have cost them a fortune. And they had this like little hook that would go in there and grab the can, and they couldn't ever get the hook to grab it. Boondoggle. Time for tasting here. amazing that they're here that early. Woo, holy smokes. And that's an apropos exclamation because that is smoky like a tunnel of smoke. Whew. It's almost so smoky and gamey that gives you the frisson. Wow. There they go. Off to the next street. It's like drinking smoke. You say, you mean liquid smoke, like Colgin or these other companies that have the liquid smoke. I know Riley Foods makes a liquid smoke called Fiora. Yeah, something like that. It is something like liquid smoke, to be, if you want to be honest. Now, over here, there's a smoky quality, no doubt, but it's not the key component. The thing you get over here is like peaty Scotch, like that. You know, peat has that kind of sweet and sour, kind of rotted vegetable type thing. I know it sounds terrible, doesn't it? But it is what it's like. It's something like you wonder if it's got worms in it or some kind of roots. You say worms, roots. Well, if you dug down in the ground, right? Soil. Oh, I'm sorry. It's earthy. That's how we say that. Earthy. And I'm not trying to be like sarcastic. I mean, it's really the way I'm trying to express it. So if you're thinking along the lines of bourbon, forget it. These have no relationship to bourbon in their aroma, even their color, their flavor, their body. Anything. It's just like a different world. Canadian whiskey? Nope. There's some commonality in a way with Irish whiskey. There is some. The Drum Castle. That you could almost make people think it was Scotch. The Drum Castle blended Scotch, blended Irish whiskey. So there was some there, carry over there. Now, but I don't have too much experience with Irish whiskey. I can go to Walmart. They got so much Irish whiskey at Walmart. I said, man, every time I go to Walmart, they got another Irish whiskey. They're going to have to start calling it Old Walmart. Is this really live right now? Says Ravinder Mudar. It's really live right now. Live on the air from Louisiana. Man, oh man. Oh yeah, which one's better? Okay, well, I think this is the Johnnie Walker Blue Label. And why do I say that? That tunnel of smoke. That intense tunnel of smoke. It's unmistakable. I like it. It's almost chewy though. It's chewy. It's like you're eating the whiskey as much as drinking it. Maybe that's good that they left it at 80 proof. Because if it was at 90 proof, oh, it might just, you might kind of gag a little bit. It's so chewy. The bodies are really kind of heavy. And the finish is sort of, it drops really fast. But there's almost like an underlying ephemeral feeling from it. Ephemeral, yeah. It's esoteric in a way. It's like you have an underlying body that continues on. A meatiness, yes, a meatiness that continues on after the sip flavor drops off. It's very strange. The Johnnie Walker Blue Label is very strange. I can see what the $200 is about because it's like a little adventure each time I try it. Now people say, you're just going to drink it all down. Well, of course I'm going to drink it all down. But every time you try it, there's a different experiential thing happening, it's like a series of little vignettes. It's like if you were watching a television series and it's little 5-minute vignettes and each one is different and you can't explain why, but you know it's different. It's noon here in the United Kingdom. That sounds about right. We're so far behind, y'all. Now, the Buchanan's is very demure relative to the Johnnie Walker. It's a subtle flavor. It doesn't have the chewy body. It doesn't have the meatiness. It just kind of fades away like, you know, Douglas MacArthur. It just fades away. And you could almost argue that it has a delicate presentation, whereas the Walker Blue Label is much more bull in a china shop type thing. Like it's rushing at you. It's got a lot of power, the power underneath, despair. You know what I mean? It's like it grabs, it doesn't let go. It's a tiger. It's a Scottish tiger, you know. So i.e. the Blue Label, you know, it's scratching you, it's battling you, it's not relenting, it takes no prisoners, it gives no quarter, asks for none. You know what I'm saying? So this one is very energetic and almost brutal. It's brutal. It's got a lot of intensities. Have I experienced that with other blended Scotch whiskeys? No, I haven't. I have not. And I've tried single malts, and they're very nice too. But they haven't had this blitzkrieg type feeling. It's very strong, powerful, and it's only 80 proof. So you have to consider that it's just so tough. It's tough enough. Man, oh, and it's got that smoked pork. I think I'm eating pork roast. I do believe. Okay, I'm drinking pork roast. It's that. It might turn you off. I think a lot of people would say, "Oh, it's too, you know, I can't take it," you know. And I can understand that. I mean, the Buchanan's is more refined, I think. And I'm not saying it's refined in a better way. It's refined in a good way. It's obviously better because it's so much cheaper. It's almost $200 cheaper. And therefore, it's a better value. I'm not saying all that. There is some of that chocolate and orange, like they're saying, though. True story. It's all about what you want. You know, if you want the lighter side, and it's 12 years in the barrel, it develops a lot, and it's elegant. Yeah, that's a word, elegant. Yeah, the Buchanan's is going to be great. It's going to be great. Havana's great. But on the other hand, it doesn't have this intense flavor, aroma, body attack. So I don't know. It's all about what you prefer. I don't even know which one I prefer, to tell you the truth. Do I prefer one of the? I don't know about that. I just recognize the difference. You better recognize, you know, woo-ha, I got you all in check. You know what I'm saying? I drink my sugar with coffee and cream, all that. So, to sum this up, I do think the Johnnie Walker Blue Label is better, a better product in the whole summation of it. And it better be better because I'm paying $200 plus for it, and I'm paying $34.99 for the Buchanan's. Okay, so, but I can't say it's worth it. You can't say that. You can't say, oh yeah, it's worth it. It's $229.99. It's worth it. You know, you can't really. It's hard to say that. But the experience is probably worth it because you're getting a $5 experience here and a $10 experience there and a $15 experience there and a $17 experience there. And then by the time you go through the whole bottle and you say, wow, 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 all these little vignettes, all these vignettes and flavors and aromas and body and finish and feel that you extrapolate from it. So then they probably add up to over $250, $275. Now, not like Rouse's $299.99. They crazy, $299 for this. So it probably does add up. Now the Buchanan's is a great value, water value, $34.99. It goes way above its price point. Let's be truthful. And I got people in Scotland telling me, I can't get that. It's like, this is a crime. You know, you produce the product, your country produces the product, but you can't get it. No sense to that. Canadians tell me, I ain't never heard of Buchanan's. I said, golly, it's been on the market since 1884. It's from the British Commonwealth, but here we are, the United States, a country that's not even in the Commonwealth, that revolted against the mother country, but we get it. Oh, yeah. Okay, come on, man. But I cannot answer for that. All right, so we're gonna call it. This is the Blue Label. It's very nice, very fabulous. Really, not just nice, fabulous. If I look and it doesn't say JW, I'm gonna feel so embarrassed. But it says JW, and I don't feel embarrassed because I got it right. That's the third time in a row now, or second? How many have I done? Taste challenges. Oh yeah, second, because I did the red label. It's so obviously superior to the red label. And I love the red label, but there's no comparison. There is literally no comparison. When you drink the red label compared to the blue, the red label is just screaming grain and it's harsh and it's like, and so you say, oh, I didn't even see that before. But with this, it's screaming many things. The Blue Label screaming many things. But grain whiskey, column still grain whiskey is not one of the things that's screaming. I've heard it said, not officially, I've heard it said that it's 80% single malt. A blend, of course, of single malts. Malt whiskey and only about 20% grain. It seems to be the case that they gave me. Mike Osmian says, I tried Evan Williams Single Barrel Reserve Bourbon. I would recommend it. I'd like to try it. It's just I have such a backstock right now that it's not feasible. I've had the Evan Williams Green Label, the 3-year age, charcoal filtered, very nice product. Especially the price point is incredible. I've had the Evan Williams Black Label, which is the 4-year aged. Interestingly, it does not say charcoal filtered, but anyway, I guess it's chill filtered. Whereas the Green Label, the cheaper one, is charcoal filtered. Unusual. Remember, you might remember they used to have Jim Beam Choice, which was a charcoal filtered bourbon, but they don't make it anymore. That was a heartbreaker. I bought that in Frankfort, Kentucky. So glad to get it too. Anyway, well, time marches on. Can't hold on to the past. Got to, like Devo said, you got to give the past a slip. It's time to put time. It's time to pull time from behind you. The illusion has been just a dream. All right. Anyway, so that's it. Johnnie Walker Blue Label wins by a pretty wide margin, honestly. I love the Buchanan's. It's a fabulous product. It's only $35. It's a winner every day, all day, any day. Can't go wrong with it. Cannot go wrong with it. But compared to the Blue Label, Johnnie Walker Blue Label, no. No way. It can't compete. It cannot. It cannot compete. Cannot compete. So I just assume, don't know, but I would make a very confident assumption that the next taste challenges in the next few weeks are going to be the same story. Johnnie Walker Blue Label whipping them, beating them up, beating them down, beating them around. So anyway, Stanley Matuzak. Oh, hello, Stanley. Thanks for watching in Chicago, Illinois. Here we are in Louisiana, and that's it. We're closing out. And everyone take care. Have a great Thursday.